Hello everyone, this is Philip Stuckey with the Daily Caller News Foundation reporting to you live in front of the White House. Right behind me you see the White House over here, but also right behind me right here we have some protesters here. Basically some protesters pro or anti-pipeline are in front of the White House right now. The White House is right behind me here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to show you some of the protesters here.
Easement has been granted. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm a mom. Right now I'm a mom. I work full time. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I've been in camp for months. I've seen my family and my friends shot by rubber bullets with contusions that last for months and months. I've seen, we can't call it PTSD anymore, right? It's not post-traumatic. We're talking about traumatic stress disorder. There's nothing post about it. And I can't watch my family and friends go through this anymore. And so, Trump, I refuse to call you president. I am coming. I am here, and I am not going anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. I'm now going to invite our brother Lance Fisher. He's going to come sing a prayer song for us. If you could welcome him, I would appreciate it.
So the protest pretty much appears to be peaceful right now. So if you look behind me, we do still have There are supposed to be, according to the Facebook group, about close to 1,000 protesters here right now. As you see, we have nothing close to that amount right now. We do have some people singing some sort of a tribal song to protest the pipeline right now. We do have some young people here. Everyone seems to have kind of the same kind of signage. Also, some people are adopting Greenpeace sign language, or the resist as well. We're just going to keep showing you the protest.
So first and foremost, let me say, Mini Wachoni!
Mini Wachoni!
Mini Wachoni!
Mini Wachoni!
Mini Wachoni!
Mini Wachoni!
And for those who don't know what that means, the sign that was just held up there, water is life. Water is life.
Water is life!
Water is life.
Water is life!
First, let me say to both these amazing sisters on each side of me, that is the power of water. We are born through water. We come from women. And so the women who have been leading this, I don't want to say protest, this amazing demonstration of American values. Have been pushing and fighting for not only this generation, but the next generation. Let me take a moment here because some of you may know I am from the great state of Louisiana. And being from Louisiana, my heart is heavy because they suffered not one, not two, not three, but 4 tornadoes yesterday, which devastated many of those in East North. But despite what they are suffering today, just 12 years removed from Hurricane Katrina, when I called today to see how they were doing, they said, "We doing all right, Ram. We getting ready for the Stand with Standing Rock protest in New Orleans." I said, "Hold on, you what?" They said, "We are in New Orleans getting ready to stand with Standing Rock." So we don't even have a home to go home to. We got some fixing up to do in our houses, but between this time and this time, New Orleans is standing with Standing Rock. The next thing I want to say to all of Americans who somehow think that this is a Republican or a Democratic issue, let me be clear to you that I have done something that Donald Trump has not done, which is put on the United States Air Force uniform and pledge allegiance to the Constitution to defend it from foreign and domestic enemies. And let me be clear to all Americans, those who are in the White House right now are domestic enemies right now. Be very clear. Be very clear. This is not about Republican or Democrat. This is about humanity. The audacity to put more emphasis on pollution than on people. The audacity to put more emphasis on pipelines than on people. The audacity to put more emphasis on profits before people. That is not the American way. That is fascism at its best. And we as Americans from this country and Native Americans say no to that madness. Let me say this, because there are many right now who are in boardrooms all around this country, who are tinkling their champagne glasses, they are there smoking their big cigars, and they are saying that, guess what? We're building the Keystone and we're building the Dakota Access Pipeline. We're digging up sacred burial grounds and we're going to put pipelines beneath the river that we know that will explode and will pollute the water. But you know what? Those people don't matter. They're less than. Those are the red people. Those are the black people. Those are the brown people with immigration. Those people don't matter. So this is a crossroads for America of who really matters. Will those in the board suites matter? Will those here in the streets matter? So for those who are looking and they see that, well, we won this battle, let me tell you today, we out here in the streets are not only fighting for ourselves, for clean air and clean water, we're fighting for the next generation. Those who are coming when Donald Trump and whoever comes after are long gone. We're fighting for that generation who will look upon this time in 2017 and they will say, how could you be so dependent on pipelines? How could you be so dependent on fossil fuels when you knew the way with the transition from fossil fuels to clean energy? You knew the way to save us from pollution. You knew that every year we were getting hotter and hotter. You knew that the seas were rising, but instead you stayed on that course. But we, today, the people, the true people, we rise up and we say no. Water is life. 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 Ready with Tony. 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 The people will not be defeated. Let's go get them.
From the Grassroots Global Justice Alliance. I don't know about you, but the Rev always makes me cry.
All right. I'm going to start off with a chant because we're here to have our voices loud and clear so they can hear us in the White House, so they can hear us all the way in our communities. So when I say water, you say is life. Water is life. Water is life. Water is life. Water is life. When I say climate, you say justice. Climate. Justice. Climate. Justice. When I say water, you say is life. Water is life. Water is life. Climate. Justice. Climate. Justice. Water is life. Water is life. That's right. That's right. We're here to be in solidarity with our sisters and brothers, our indigenous sisters and brothers from Standing Rock, but all across this country. As people of color in particular, as working class folks in this country, we have been defending our lives, we've been defending our lands, we've been defending our homes, our bodies, the memory of our ancestors, and we are here to say that that resistance is going to continue no matter what. Is that right? We know that the Trump administration is posing a devastating threat to our communities, and particularly indigenous communities, black communities, Arab and Muslim communities, low-income communities, people often marginalized, women, queers, everybody. And we are bracing for these attacks for our, and we know that we have to be able to come together and protect each other, because this is our planet and humanity depends on us, right? And we know that the ultimate power is not held by the government or corporate interests. We know that the greatest power that exists in this world always belongs to the people. Is that right? So there is a slogan that we've been chanting and we've been marching with, right? Is that they will try to bury us, but they don't know that we are seeds, right? Right? They're gonna try to come after and pick us off, divide and conquer, but we are seeds, and we come from decades and generations of resistance. And so basically, we are here to boldly claim that this fight is taking a new phase. Yesterday was a devastating impact in terms of the decision, but we know that our power is going to be in the streets. Our power is going to be in building our organizations to fight back. Our power is going to be building alliances with people, and our power is going to grow this opposition, this visionary opposition that we have, because we know we're right? Because we know that water is life. We know that we have to defend the sacred. We know that indigenous peoples have been telling us for many, many generations, right, about the importance of how we should be living, how we should address our overconsumption, how we need to be in relationship with each other in a dramatically different way than what the system teaches us. And so today, brothers and sisters, the last time I was here actually was when there was a massive arrest. I was here accompanying the Indigenous Environmental Network with all the allies from 350 and multiple organizations that took arrest here, right? The biggest arrest that had happened, civil disobedience that had happened to basically defeat the Keystone XL. And so brothers and sisters, we're gonna need to continue putting our bodies on the line, taking arrests, taking risks with each other, because our lives, humanity depends on it. So I come from the Grassroots Global Justice Alliance. We're members of the Climate Justice Alliance. We believe that fundamentally we need a different economic system. We need a just transition to local living economies. We need a just transition from the extractive industry. We need a just transition from the system that basically is trying to destroy us. And so for what's important is not only the fight back, but what's also important that we have to be able to provide the solutions. And frontline communities are doing it, and people at Standing Rock have been showing us the way. And I think that's what is also important. Not only the fight back in the streets, but also the investment in what then the solutions are to be able to deal with this dig, burn economy, right? So when I say water, you say?
It's life.
Water!
It's life.
Water!
It's life.
Water!
It's life.
Climate!
Justice.
Climate!
Justice.
Climate!
Justice.
Water!
It's life.
Water!
It's life.
Thank you.
Every time I come here, it seems like I meet more incredible people, and I'm so glad that all of you came. I'm probably going to get emotional because right now I'm really angry, right? Yeah, everyone else here is mad too, right? Yeah. So yesterday they delivered that notice, and they decided that they were going to. I cannot scream, guys. But they decided that they were going to forego the law, right? They decided that they were going to just kind of sweep it under the rug, like they've been doing with indigenous communities. Communities of color, they are breaking the law. The laws that they wrote, that they break to rewrite, to make fit whatever they need it to fit, to do whatever they want to do, right? Because they're self-serving. And I think it should be abundantly clear to everyone that by now, if you haven't heard of what's going on in Standing Rock, There's a reason for that. There's a reason that people don't know who
So we
you
have
are.
continued to cover the protest here, but I just wanted to give everyone a heads up of what's going on. We currently have a couple hundred protesters protesting the Kodak Access Pipeline in front of the White House. Basically, there was somewhat of a large crowd in front of the group, but they actually asked everyone to go around behind. So that's why in front of the speakers, the crowd is kind of cleared out a little bit. But basically, we've heard some people advocate for an entirely different economic system, saying that capitalism is racist, essentially. Basically, also talking about how legislators break the laws that they create to put indigenous peoples under the rug. So we're going to continue covering that.
The life expectancy, that little boy is going to live to be 1,000, obviously. And so we have 1,000 years that we have to look forward to, right? For this one child. That's one child. I come from a huge family. My grandma was one of 12. I was the only child for my mom, but I was raised with a lot of brothers and sisters. I represent so many nieces and nephews. I represent all of the children that work at Standing Rock. I represent the youth council. I'm here because I'm fighting for the children. That little boy in the tree has no idea what that man inside that house can do. None of them do. None of them have any idea what's happening. And yet there are people like Donald Trump that are allowed to pervertedly touch their children, that are allowed to stand in front of cameras and say that they can do whatever they want to women. And we're still allowed to let them sit in one of the most powerful seats in the world? It disgusts me. So what I'm asking, and what we've been asking as people in Standing Rock, as the coalitions that are there on the ground, is that we need to continue to build this movement. Whatever momentum we have, we can't let it end at Standing Rock. We have to continue building intersectional resistance against Donald Trump and against all fascism that exists, against fossil fuels industries, and against all of the people that come to destroy us. We need to continue actively decolonizing. We need to continue encouraging other people to speak up and use their voices, because one of the best things about us as a country is that we have voices that we are now being able to use. We haven't been able to use our voices for so long because people like Donald Trump have been able to buy our silence. And we're not going to be silent anymore. I guess what I want to say is that we know that terrible things are coming, right? I got in my Lyft drive, earlier, and the driver told me, oh, you're going to a protest? That's the new thing here in DC. Right? Go get the groceries, pick up your dry cleaning, head to a protest, make it home in time to see if you were on the news. That's what people are looking forward to now, and I'm stoked. I want everyone to continue disrupting business as usual. I want you guys to learn about nonviolent direct action, and I want you to train yourself, train your kids, and tell them what's coming. Be honest. Racism is here. It's been here. But now people are standing in front of us and going, so what do you think? Right? Decolonize now. Fight back.
So a lot of the speakers are kind of getting a little bit calmer now. We did have one speaker who was able to get the crowd pretty rowdy, but basically we're still standing here. We still have probably roughly 200 to 300 protesters, but in my count, it's in no way official, but basically fairly peaceful protest here. Basically everyone just talking about the fact that there's a very not a lot that they can do. But once again, this was Philip Stuckey with the Daily Caller News Foundation, reporting to you live from in front of the White House. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day.